Alright guys, I don't know if anyone else has noticed, but it seems like when a nurse does something wrong, for some reason, if that person is employed as a nurse or licensed as a nurse, the media comes down on them. You know, the same thing sort of happens for management or upper level positions, but it seems like every time someone is a nurse, it is mentioned. For instance, we had a nurse who, for whatever reason, tied a dead chicken to his, I believe it was his son or his daughter, his child, and left him on the front porch as some sort of punishment. Now, of course, the Social Services Department or Child Protective Services Department, whatever you want to call it in your area, got involved, and the media had a field day. Nurse abuses child, or nurse, does something to child. Now, yes, what that individual did to their child was wrong, yes. But I don't think that we really need to call out the profession due to their negligence. I mean, yes, that individual was a terrible person. Do not compare me to that individual, because I am not tying my children to dead chickens on my front porch. It's just not something that I do. Nurses are individuals. We are all individuals. All of us nurses are individuals. And some of us got bats in our heads. Some of us do. My bats may be different than your bats, but don't compare me to some individual who is abusing children. Our profession should be left out of that. It should just be, this individual did this terrible crime. If I was to commit some sort of terrible crime, it would be mentioned in the newspaper. Nurse Chris, I don't know, steals trash and leaves it on the principal's yard, or something like that. And then it would say, it probably even mention the school that I went to for whatever reason. My school had absolutely nothing to do with me taking trash out of everybody's garbage cans and putting it on my child's principal's yard. That would be, it would be silly to even mention the fact that I'm a nurse. Why don't you just say that I'm an individual who's taking trash out of people's trash cans and leaving it on principal's front yards or something? Why do we gotta get called out? Now, some things do need to be called out in nursing. I've mentioned before about nurses who submit things on social media, such as the nurse who submitted TikTok videos of her joking around and got suspended. I'm not sure if she even still has her nurse license or not. I know she did lose her job, but her nurse license, I don't know. I didn't follow the story close enough to know if she lost her nurse license or not. Those sort of things kind of do need to be mentioned about being a nurse. Yes, go ahead and mention, nurse, does TikTok videos at work and gets suspended for them. Yes, so that way other nurses can learn from them. Because some nurses, do TikTok videos at work. I don't do anything at work, social media wise, but some nurses do participate in things like that at work, and you can learn from their experiences. But no other nurse is going to tie a dead chicken to their child's neck. I mean, no one, that's not something normal people do. That's not something that 99.99999% of nurses do. No one does that. That is just crazy, and we don't really need to be mentioned in that. That's not something that needs to be brought to our profession. It seems management, CEOs, and doctors, people who are of high standing in society, which I guess nurses are depending on the situation, get mentioned like this. And it just seems like, at least in my opinion, it seems like nurses are the ones who mostly get called out for this. We are a huge number of workforce. There's mass amounts of nurses in the workforce, even though there is a nurse shortage. Yes, there is. But don't link us all together. One, we're not all management. Two, we're not all doing things related to nursing that, we got in trouble for. And three, it looks bad upon the profession when someone does something to abuse an individual that has nothing to do with nursing. It looks bad upon us when we're linked in with that individual. Don't link us in with that. We're not out there abusing children, or even our own children or whatever it may be. We're not out there doing that. That's a crazy individual. Let's not label them with us. Now, I understand that some nurses, like I said, have bats in their heads, and my bats are different than your bats. But, we do crazy things. I've done crazy things, even since becoming a nurse, things I'm not very proud of. But nothing like that. And then if I was to ever get caught, or not that I do things terribly illegal, but if I was to ever do something terrible that is not nursing related, please don't label me as a nurse. Don't say Nurse Chris did this. No, terrible human being Chris did this. It just doesn't fit. It doesn't seem like just because of my profession I need to be labeled, and you don't need to label the rest of the nurses. Agree or disagree? Let me know. Should we be labeled with everyone who is crazy out there, who happens to be a nurse as well? Let me know. If you like this video, check this one out over here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe over there. I hope it helps. Hope it made you think. Thank you much.